All right, guys. What's going on? Today is Thursday, and that means that we have a date. And today is, let me see. Okay, guys, next week is going to be the last meeting, the last date in 2023. So today is the one before the last one. That's why we're gonna have to talk about what happened in 2023. We need to conclude this year with what was achieved, and we need to build up the strategy for 2024. So basically, today and the following date on next Thursday, whatever that date is. Let me see, 21st. Yeah. So guys, we're gonna be finishing up this year. We are finishing very strong. I mean, I am finishing very strong. I don't know about you. If you haven't started your immigration process, I'm not sure you're finishing strong. let's be real. Let's be real here. But yeah, maybe you're preparing your case. I don't know. I don't know what's cooking. Random. Good to see you too. Good to see you too. Yeah, I'll drop the questions. Whatever is interesting you right now, because you know me, I have my topics to cover, but I do want to see what's on your mind, guys. What's on your mind at the end of 2023? Because I have a lot of things going on right now, and let me tell you, if I'm clearing my mind with you guys, if I make confessions with you about what's going on, you go crazy. So I better answer your questions and talk about the 2024, which I think is a very important year for my company, because a lot of changes are coming. A lot of changes happened in 2023, and let me tell you, most of the changes that happened in 2023 in my corporation were dictated by the circumstances. Not something that I was planning to do, but just the market, the clients who've been working with us, and I give you guys a lot of thanks, because yes, some of you do it through like a negative feedback, some of you more constructive, but yes, the feedback is very important, and we build the processes when we listen to your feedback. Okay, so this is very important, and a lot of things changed. And I'm excited about what awaits us in 2023. All right, so let's first talk about the fresh approvals that happened this week. Guys, these past 2 weeks been just so good for the clients and for the company. We've been getting approvals right and left on all kind of visas, and EB2 and IW and EB1A and O1A and O1B. We just got a fresh approval for EB2 and IW for our client from Venezuela, who lives in Uruguay. And you guys know that guy. You know Leo. Leo has been streaming with me a couple of months ago, when he was telling you how he was working on the case, his expectations, his current experience with my team. So congratulations to Leo. He got an approval for his EB2 and IW, and you guys know he's a space engineer, he's a satellite engineer, he's working in research where they find the best ways to use the satellites, which I think is really amazing. Really amazing direction, just overall for EB2 and IW, and you know, it's for me, it's very emotional when I know that my clients put a lot of on the stake. they bet a lot. So Leo was one of those clients who bet pretty much everything, not only financially, but emotionally. And he was betting on this horse because, you know, he's from Venezuela, and you know, things are not going well there, and he has to live somewhere in another country and trying to make a living for his family of four, him, his wife, and two kids. And you know, that's very stressful to work on the petition and knowing that pretty much you bet everything on it. So when I called him, Leo almost cried. He almost cried. He was like, he was in disbelief. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe, you know, I was thinking we'll get an RFE or something, some problem, and oh my goodness. So he was happy, you know, he was happy, the tears of joy. And you guys know me, the tears of joy. I want to see the tears of your joy when you get an approval for your petition. And that's the best gratitude for myself. That's the best that's the best feedback from you when I call you and say, hey Leo, or hey Juan or John, we got an approval for your case. You know, I used to make jokes and calling and say, hey, we got a denial or something. Like I stopped that. I stopped that because I think this is too much. This is a little too much. Nowadays I would just call and go straight, like, hey, we got an approval. So we always getting joyful together. Another approval that I think is really awesome. Bless me. Oh my God. Oh, it was such a good sneeze, guys. Oh my goodness. You know, I can't bear when you know, sometimes like you need to sneeze, and if you can, like, it just has this bad feeling, and when you're successful in that, it just feels great. So yeah. Another approval, guys, another approval is O1B visa. And that visa was for a social media influencer. And I just love it. You know, I just love it because a lot of people, a lot of attorneys are skeptical towards this new profession. And I do believe it's a profession, a blogger, online blogger, influencer, someone who is making money online. And I do believe that any profession, any good professional in the field, whatever that field is, can be approved for the talent visa. Okay, and absolutely, you need to follow the strategy that I developed for the case, but I'm a strong believer that anyone can manage that. So this case was not smooth. Let me put it this way. Why? Because the client, she was working with the employer, and there was like an American company that wanted her to create content for their clients. So this is an agency, and guys, oh my God, they were so hard to deal with in the sense that they would just contradict everything that I would suggest. They would have their own vision on things that we worked on. And I think the worst part that we were disagreeing on the definition of agency. And why? Because they, as a marketing agency, they are regulated by the state. Okay, and when they call themselves an agency, that requires certain registrations, certain regulations, certain responsibilities. Let's put it this way. So when I said, because the way they were structuring the future job offer for the client, they wanted to work with other projects. So they were just the agent who would basically resell the client's services. So that means the agent, but the agent not for the purposes of the state or for the purposes of the whatever the county or the city they were living in. They were agents for the purpose of immigration laws. And I was trying to explain it to them so many times, and I was meeting with them like, guys, don't worry, we call you agents, but it has nothing to do with the state law. This is the federal law. But they were just not. They just were not. They were not listening. Okay, let's put it this way. They did not listen. So I was like, okay, if you don't want to do this, I want you to sign a waiver. And if you guys don't know what waiver is a paper, basically a document saying that, hey, my attorney told me that I should do things this way, but I declined. I don't want to do it this way, and I understand all the responsibilities. I accept all the future outcomes, so I know the risks. Okay, so they did sign this paper, and I told them, look, I'm not going to file your case unless you sign this paperwork. Okay, because you're risking a denial in your case. And they said, no, we're not going to get denied because this and that. And guess what? Guess what, guys? And you know what happened afterward. You know it. We got an RFE. And everything was great. We got the criteria. The client was, the officer said, yes, she's talented, no problem. She reached to the top of the field. She's good, no problem. There's employer. But the paperwork that you brought does not say that you are the agent. So it does not comply with the agency requirements. And we meet with the client, and I said, look, guys, what happened is exactly what I've said would happen. All right? We still can fix this. We still can fix this. Even now, we got an RFE. And we never get an RFE for O1 visa. Okay? So if you guys work with me on your O1 visa, I mean, the chances of RFE is like slim to nothing. Okay? Slim to nothing. And I told this guy, look, we still can fix it. Just do what I say. Okay? Just do what I say. That's it. And they said, no, we're gonna do what you say, but we're gonna do it our way. I said, okay, sign another waiver. They signed another waiver. We filed the paperwork and they got the denial. All right? And look, I'm not going to count that denial as a denial for the purposes of doing the statistics. Okay? Because this is stupid. It's almost stupid. Okay? And of course, I would never say that to the client. I would never be like, you're stupid or you're silly. No, you guys know me. I'm professional. I'm a licensed attorney. I would never try to disrespect someone. No, I'll be clear on my position, but hey, I'll be professional. So I'm not gonna count that denial as a denial of my company. That's a denial of that company. All right. So we are erasing the denial from our statistics because that's not our fault whatsoever. So, and I told the guy, look, we still can do this. We just need to refile the case, and you're gonna do what I say. And they said, okay, Stanislav, we're gonna do what you said. All right. So 6 months in, guys, all this money the client spent, all this energy we put in the case, like 7 months, like 12, whatever, $13,000 that they spent on this process, and now they had to pay the government fee again, which is $3,000, and they had to pay the half of the my fee to refile the case. And I told them, listen, this is my good faith decision to give you the half of the contract price, because I should charge you the whole thing, because this denial is 100% on your side. And oh my God, Stanislav, please. I was like, okay, let's do just the regular way, half price of the contract, and we're gonna refile. So again, they spend almost another $10,000. And my question is, why you didn't listen. Okay, why you didn't listen? So we refiled it, we got an approval, no problem, from the first time, because everything was done the way I wanted to be done. No waivers, no nothing. But my message to you guys who's listening to this stream right now, or who are going to be listening it later, just, trust your attorney. Okay, trust the process. And if you do this, if you open up your heart and your mind to myself and to my team and to the processes that we developed in the company, you guys will be golden. Okay, you will be golden, and you have all the chances to get approval. If you're trying to fight the process, if you say I'm not gonna do this, and if I and God forbid, guys, if I tell you, if you hear me saying, or if I write it in your chat, in the Telegram chat, and I say you're gonna sign the waiver that you're not gonna do this. This is danger. That means there's a danger. Okay, there's a danger. That means something really serious happening. So I hope it never happens with your case. I hope you're fully compliant with my experience, with my vision, with my strategy, and this is gonna make things so much easier. Okay, guys, I just warmed you up a little bit with a real story. We have actually about 5 to 6 other approvals this week, and most of them, I don't know why, it's just all 1 week today. All of them are all 1 in business and IT. We got all 1 visa. And, okay, I'll tell you about another case. I think it's interesting. Guys, remember my mantra. Let's repeat it all together. Any good professional can get a talent visa. Okay? Any good professional. So we got an approval. Yes, it's all 1 visa. It's not EB1A. But that person is basically a car mechanic. I didn't misspeak. Okay? A car mechanic. So basically a person who fixes the cars, okay, and motorcycles. Of course, we didn't call him a car mechanic. We call him like a car specialist, a car expert, like consultant. I did it nice. I did it nice. But all his achievements and all his recognition was in the field of fixing the cars and motorcycles, and a little bit more on top of that. But I built him a strategy for 6 months. He did what I said, and he was very, very compliant comparing to the other client, right? And everything just went smooth, and he opened up his own company that was an agent, and he signed, all the paperwork was signed, and everything I gave him he signed, and everything was legal. We filed and got an approval. No problem. Okay, so this is good news. Another good example of that anybody can get an approval for a talent visa. So let's speak about, guys, good news. Let me share the good news with you. We have put more than a year, a lot of hours of the team in this project. The project is the new website. So my new website, and let me drop down the link. It's shamayevlaw.com. So please go and check my new website. You guys gonna love it. It's in Russian and in English, so you can switch back and forth. We're still finishing up certain things. There's a bunch of I found a few things I didn't like, so we're kind of fixing them, but the concept is set in stone. So and I love my new website, guys. I just love it. Please go ahead and check it out. And also, I give you an opportunity to win a free complex immigration planning. And the cost of this procedure is $350. The value of this procedure is like $1,000 because you get a written strategy for your case. If you go to the website, you will know how to participate in this giveaway. and to get a free complex immigration planning. So don't miss your opportunity. Go to the website and you will learn how you can get that done. And I mean, if you guys are serious about your immigration, I mean, come on, like you have to do it. And this website was just done for you, okay? Just for you, because we got a lot of comments and a focus group, so we put a lot of work in it. All right, so let's talk about the current immigration landscape. What's going on with the immigration field right now? So, by the way, this week we got an update for the fresh visa bulletin. Okay, good news. A lot of good news from this fresh visa bulletin comparing to the prior one. First of all, of course, EB1A and EB1 category is still current. Okay, so if you're filing your case on EB1A, EB1B, EB1C, once you get approved, you start your immigration process immediately, or if you do the adjustment of status, you will be able to adjust your status right away, right after your approval. So this stays the same, and rarely anything happens with the EB1A and EB1 in general. Good news for Indians. Guys, my dear clients from India, very, very good news for you. There was a huge leap in the priority date in EB1A for Indians. I think the last visa bulletin was 2017 for Indians. It leaped to 2020, and I think it's like middle. I can't remember. I think it's like June or May, like middle of the year. So it jumped 3 years ahead. And I think it's gonna shrink even more in the future. In 2024, for Indians, great news. I have a lot of clients from India on EB1A who are waiting for the priority date, who are working with us currently. So this is amazing, because I believe 2024 is gonna bring even more better news for Indians and Chinese also, but China has a longer wait. So this is just great. This visa bulletin was just amazing. Number 2, EB2 NIW. And guys, I talked with you about this last Thursday. And remember what I told you about the visa bulletin? I told you that soon a move is going to happen. Like a good move is going to happen on EB2 NIW. And I said 70% chance it's going to move closer to us. So this should be good news. And 30% it's going to move backwards. And there you go. A week after that, it moves like 5 months ahead, from July 2022 to November 2022. So basically almost shrinking to a year wait in this category for the priority date. And this is just good, because we're gonna bring you faster here in the US after your approval, okay? And my forecast for 2024 for EB2 category, that it's gonna shrink even more, okay? I believe that I don't think we're gonna get current next year. I don't think so. It may happen, but I don't think so. But I do believe that we may shrink to 6 months wait. So basically, I think by the end of 2024, so like a year ahead, December 2024, the priority date is going to be like summer 2024, like 6 months wait, okay? Great news. I think this is great news. Also, there was a little move in the EB3 category. A few months ahead, nothing crazy. But guys, remember that EB3 and EB2, when we do the labor certification, the priority date is not when you file the immigration petition, like others, right? Like EB1A, your priority date when we filed I-140, when they actually received your paperwork. EB2 and IW, same thing. EB4, same thing. EB5, same thing. EB2, EB3 through PERM, labor certification, the priority date is the date when your employer filed for PERM. Okay? It's very important to understand, because if you look at the filing of your I-140, you can miss like a year or maybe a year and a half. Okay, so look at the filing of your PERM. This is your priority date. Okay, so what we are going to talk about right now. So the current landscape, we're still talking about this this subject, this topic, and right now I think your SCIS is warming up more to EB1As and EB2NIWs. Because a couple of months ago, September and October, and it was kind of stable throughout the year. I mean, we were getting 9 out of 10 approvals, even more, like sometimes 19 out of 20 approvals on our petitions, like really good, especially when we started the NEO program, when you can get the expert opinion letters within our company. So basically, we'll find you a match within the company, and you guys exchange the expert opinion letters because you're in the same category, like IT, engineering, business, beauty, whatever that is. I think that we had like an increase in the statistics for the approvals and less RFEs. Okay, because we had a bunch of those expert opinion letters for the immigration officer to choose from and to back up the argument, and it was very strong. It was very, very strong move. It was a pilot program starting April 2023, and it was fully implemented July 2023, and now we're working on this program every day. But September and October, there were some issues with the USCIS, and we're getting a bunch of weird RFEs and notices of intent to deny, and we already resolved all those issues. We got approvals for our clients, no problem, but it was a little bit stressful because it was unclear what changed, because we were doing everything by law, by the policies, by the manual, by the precedent, and USCIS was just like very aggressive with the approach. But that is gone. That is gone. November was very good. December is like, wow, like we're getting approvals right and left. It was just those 2 months were very, very good, and I have about 25 cases to file from now until the end of the year. So we're going to get a lot of approvals on those cases, most of them EB1As and EB2NIW. And January, I have about 30 filings for the month, and February about 35. So December, we filed already about 25 cases. We have another 25 to go. So December is like 50 filings. Overwhelming majority of them are getting approved, okay, without RFE. So I believe, guys, that 2024 is going to be really good for our company because we continue working on improving our processes, and I think our clients are going to be in advantage position. Okay, but I think overall, to get approval for EB1A and EB2NIW is going to be a little bit harder, and I always say that. Every year I say that next year is going to be a little bit harder, and not because I'm trying to, scare you or like give you the wrong impression or whatever. No, I'm a firm believer that because of the globalization processes, because a lot of countries are getting closer together through social media, first of all, and the exposure to all the information that we're getting through the social media, through Twitter, now X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever that is just a lot of people can can pronounce themselves whatever they want and can show to the rest of the world their capabilities, their recognition, their achievements. And the immigration officers are also people. Believe it or not, they're also people, they're humans. Sometimes I might think, maybe you're a robot, or maybe you're like a chimpanzee or something. I don't know which one is worse, but most of them are humans. Okay, with the respect, I respect USCIS immigration officers. Sometimes I have questions, but overall they humans. But that also brings another important notion to understand. They, just like you guys and me, they go on X every day, they go on Instagram, they go on LinkedIn, they go on Facebook, and they are exposed to so many other people, the talented people, people who achieved something, people who invented something. So regardless if you want it or you don't want it, the subjective perception of those filings, of those submissions that we do with them, little by little growing. So this subjective wish to see like a really good petition, really good achievements are growing every day, little by little. But if you look at the year, and if you have a little tick every day of the subjective perception of the filings, it's growing massively over the years. So, with this being said, because of those processes, because of more people being able to tell the rest of the world through social media about who they are, what they achieved, and what they invented, and all this kind of stuff, the startups, whatever. And immigration officers are humans, and they see all that. So the same petition that was approved, let's say 5 years ago, may not be approved now. Again, we will never know because it's already approved and it's gone. Yeah, but if we would take the same petition and try to refile it and see the response of the immigration officer, you might get a different result just because of this subjective perception of who is talented and who is not. Okay, so and that's why I always say, guys, please, and it's not about me, it's about you. If you have a case, an immigration case, and whatever that is, O1, H1B, P1, M1, F1, EB1, EB2, NIW, EB2, EB, whatever that is, if you know that you qualify for whatever visa or whatever program that is, do not postpone it. Okay? Do not say to yourself, oh, okay, end of 2023, I'm going to file it 2024, no problem. What difference does it make? It does make difference. A lot of things can change. And guys, trust me, I've seen so many things throughout my career, so many changes in immigration laws that one same case could have been approved within 3 months. Now they need to wait 2 years. Something happened, the backlog, the COVID, whatever, the war started. Some shit always happens, okay? Let's put it this way. Some shit always happens, always. So do not postpone. Do not put it off. Don't think, okay, I'm gonna finish my school. I'm gonna wait till my kid passes the exam. No, do it right now. Okay, do it right now. And especially if you already went through free evaluation, and you guys, if you didn't do a free evaluation of your case with me, which is free, and this is evaluation. So basically, it's like a free consultation. Okay. And you're not serious. You're just not serious about your future. You're not serious about your future immigration plans. You're not serious about your family, about the education of your kids and the future of your kids. Okay? You're just not. Because free evaluation is so simple to do. I'm going to drop you the links in the comment section for talent visas, for EB2 and IW visas, and for business visas. Pick and choose. You may choose two, you may do all of them. Just fill them out and see if I see the potential in your case. Okay. And if I told you, hey, it's too early, okay, this is a good reason not to do anything. If I told you, hey, you have a good potential, you have a good case on this visa, and this is why the criteria, whatever you have, the achievements, the recognition, the projects, the endeavor. So that means it's time to act. Okay, it's time to act. Okay, so let me see. Let's see what I'm going to expect from 2024. And you guys know I already said it, but I'm going to repeat it this time and next Thursday, which is going to be the last stream of this year. My top 3 visas for 2024. So, Savvy, greetings to you from Miami. I hope you heard my update on visa bulletin for India. I think it's great news for you guys. If you haven't heard it, rewatch the stream. It's going to be saved on my account. So the 3 visas that I'm forecasting for 2024, the top 3 visas are: number 1, O1 visa. This is the top of the list. Number 2, EB1A. Number 3, EB2 NIW. Okay? So, and you guys mind that I have not mentioned E2, L1, and labor certification, EB2, EB3, EB5, the large investment visa, EB4 religious visa. I don't really do it, so I discount it. So O1, EB1A, EB2 NIW. Why? Well, I'm going to be short, I promise. Why I think this is the case, and I'm going to be talking more about O1 visa. Why I think it's going to be a number 1 visa to get in 2024, for a few important reasons. Number 1, there is no limit on this visa. As many approvals we get on O1, as many people are going to come to the States. Number 2, this visa is very relatively simple to do. Okay, there is no simple visas, but this one, relative to EB1A and EB2 NIW, is simply here. Okay, with much less recognition, much less achievements, you guys will still be able to get O1 visa approved. Number 3, you can be employer to yourself. So your own company can play the role of the employer. It's not like an H1B when you have to have like an American company or with a good profit and a good name, whatever, and they give you the offer and you win the lottery maybe, and all that. No, O1 is not like that. You can have an employer, a fresh company, a new startup company. All right. Number 4, it's fast. O1 visa is fast to do. How long will it take you from the time of starting your case till the time you will be able to come in the US with your O1 visa? About 8 months. Okay? About 8 months. So these 8 months, the 8 months are divided in 6 and 2. Actually, 5, 1, and 2. So 5 months, we are collecting the evidentiary base for your case based on my strategy. 1 month, I take to write a memorandum on your case, the legal argument, and send the case to the USCIS. then I even discount the approval, because it's up to 15 days, but usually it's a couple of days, maybe 7 days, a week max. You get an approval, and then about 2 months to get your visa stamped in the embassy. Okay, and if you guys say, hey, oh, Stanislav, well, 8 months sounds like a long time. Relative to what? Relative to EB1A, it's much faster, because EB1A is going to take you like a year and a half, unless you're from India, like Sevi. Like Sevi, if you got EB1A, you'll wait for a couple of years. Okay, so O1 is just a great way for Indians, by the way, to start a journey to the US, because once you get to O1 and in the US, you have 3 years of stay, and you can extend it for 1 year indefinitely. And once we filed EB1A for you, we got the priority date, and you're just waiting for your green card in the US, working and building your future. Okay, so it's very fast. 8 months is very fast, and it's relatively cheaper than other visas. Okay, in my company, O1 visa is $11,000. The EB1A is $13,000. The complete filing of the petition. All right, so it's a little cheaper. So it's always a good way to start your journey to the US. And the last but not least is that you can transition from O1 to the green card. Okay, and that could be EB1A, or that could be EB2NIW, depending on your case. So guys, O1 hands down is #1 priority visa for 2024. EB1A is also good. It's on the second spot in my rating, in my chart, because it's a green card, right? And there is no wait time. Yes, it's not easy to get it approved, but if I qualified you for EB1A and you're ready to fulfill my strategy, you're gonna get approved. Okay, you're gonna get approved. So EB1A is a lot of work, very document intensive, more expensive, a lot of work, but you'll get the result, and the result is a green card, and the green card then becomes a US citizenship in 5 years. Okay, so EB1A is on the second spot, and the third one is EB2NIW. Well, I would put it on the second spot if it was not for the visibility. Okay, because it's a little longer wait, I'm putting it on the third spot, but it's still a viable option. And if I qualified you for that visa, you're gonna get approved. Okay, Random Vlogs Travel. How much do you charge for EB2NIW? EB2NIW and EB1A, the complete filing of the petition is $13,000. Okay, and it's split in 3 payments. Don't quote me on that. I think it's $5,500 when you sign the contract, $5,500 when on the 3rd month of working, and the last before filing in 6 months. And also, guys, right now we have a lot of New Year's promotions going on for the purpose of pricing and the number of additional projects that we add to the same pricing. I mean, guys, it will never happen again. What we're doing with the pricing right now in the company, it will never happen again. And now you have the best chances to get just a good price for your visa, and a lot of bonuses for the same price, which we always charge extra for. Okay, I'll be honest with you, I have maybe, let me see my schedule, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 20. We have about 20 spots to meet. I have about 20 spots from today till the end of December to meet with you, okay, for complex immigration planning. And they're filling out really fast. So we had about 100 spots for the December. So 80 of them are gone. Okay, I have only 20 left. So if you manage to get to the complex immigration planning in December, I promise, and it's not like I'm trying to lure you and no, guys, I'm an honest attorney. Okay, you will never get a better offer than you can get now. So do it. Okay, free evaluation. You can fill out the questionnaires that I sent you in a comment section. Then if you have the potential, if I tell you, hey, you have a good case, okay, come to the complex immigration planning and you will get the best offer. Okay, you have good discount, best projects as bonuses, best teams. I mean, guys, hands down the best time of the year. Christmas time. Sevi, O1 visa is not immigrant visa, so how can that help? Well, absolutely, Sevi, absolutely. That can help because I'm going to prepare your case as if we're filing for EB1A, okay? But we file for O1 visa. You come to the States, you already here, you are working, your kids are going to school, okay? So you're building up your future. And then we refile the same case for EB1A. And you get the priority date as of the day almost of your entry to the States, and you wait for your priority dates here in the US. Okay? That's how it's gonna help. And if you don't have case for EB1A, you'll have the time being in the US to work on your EB1 case and get it filed. If there is no way in the world you can get EB1A, and sometimes this is the case, we can start working on your EB2 and IW. Or you can start working on your EB2 PERM, labor certification, with the other employer who you can find while being in the US. So that basically, O1 visa is opening up the door to all other opportunities. Okay? So this is a lot of help. And I understand where your question is coming from, because and you guys you don't have as much experience in this field as I do. And let me share this with you. You know, I'm not trying to put you down or belittle you. Never. I'm a very respectful person. So, but you just don't know what you don't know. And for all my career, for about 10 years, even more, in American jurisprudence, with probably a few hundred of O1 cases that were filed in the US, with maybe one or two denials. Okay, so the chances are like 99-98%. I extended maybe 2 or 3 of them with all this mess of O1 visas. Why? Because overwhelming majorities of all those O1 approvals switch to either EB1A or EB2 and IW, or EB2, EB3 labor certification, or some of them found the love of their life and they got married. I never filed those cases. I don't do family law, but I refer them to the good attorneys. So that's why O1 is so good, because it gives you those opportunities you do not have when you stay in your country. Okay, so this is very simple. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up. Today. 50 minutes stream was very good. So I think I passed on all the messages that I wanted to. Guys, next Thursday is the last stream of the year. So please come over. Please come and join me. We're gonna celebrate the upcoming holidays and talk about 2023, more about 2024. So it's gonna be fun. Thank you everybody who joined today, and I'll see you next Thursday for the last stream of the year. Everybody have a good weekend. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.